Hi everyone, today I want to highlight the Autolancer build for the Necromancer that I have tried on the PTR. That was actually super fun. So in case you're not aware of this build, this uses the Pestilence set and it shoots corpse lancers everywhere automatically by using pretty much permanent Land of the Dead and Devour to consume corpses. And the set will make you shoot lancers everywhere without you actually really doing anything. You can cast on top of it to increase the DPS, especially on single target like yellow elites or so. But in general, you're mostly just walking around and everything dies around you. Obviously, this is not the most powerful build, but I was able to blast through GR110 with this no problem, which is fairly decent in my opinion. So if you don't want to play something like Rathma, then this is an okay alternative, I'd say. I know this build was quite popular in the early days of the Necromancer when it came out, when Pestilence was actually the meta. But these days there is Rathma and there is the Corpse Explosion, which are just more powerful, especially pushing builds. But in farming, all of these might not really be the best suited for most people. But especially when you want to go to those lower tiers and just rush through in really fast times, then this Pestilence build is pretty much exactly what you're looking for. If you're playing in groups, then Rats is the way to go. They are extremely powerful next season, but you have this here for some solo farming action. The only really difficult part about this is to actually reset your Land of the Dead cooldown. So in my case, I used the Messerschmidt plus Zodiac combo to really get extremely fast cooldown resets on the Land of the Dead. Essentially, you have to mouse over enemies with a num-locked command skeleton. And this will essentially spam the command skeleton all the time, and every time they hit the first time, you get a Zodiac proc. And this will usually go to your Land of the Dead and allow you to reset it really fast. In other cases, you might have a lot of trash monsters around to just die from the lances, and the Messerschmitt procs will also help you there. You could theoretically try to get a DPS option in your weapon cube and not run with the Messerschmitt, but this will make the setup a bit more clunky and you have to be extremely careful with your cooldown resets. So it's not really recommended. And even using the new Essence of Anguish shard in a weapon, you will not really reach very comfortable cooldown values. The main reason for that is that you also use the Terror shot in the helm, which reduces your cooldowns, so it kind of cancels each other out and you're in the same spot as before. That being said, there is the Fragment of Destruction soul shard that you can run instead of the Terror shard. So you do a bit less damage overall, you have a bit less damage reduction, which doesn't really matter in speedruns. And you would get this Messerschmitt type of effect on your helm gem, and then you could cube another DPS option in your weapon slot. I actually haven't tried this on the PTR, but I believe this could lead to a stronger setup because you can get a very powerful necro weapon in the cube. The big issue that comes with this setup is that you have to mark enemies by walking through them. So you have to give up some of the Messerschmitt procs for sure, because you're just not gonna walk through anything that dies around you. But you could try to at least like blood rush into some big packs here and there to get some cooldown resets. And it might just work out, especially because you also don't get this cooldown reduction from the Terror shard. Obviously, if you want to make this T16 viable, you don't really need any damage whatsoever, so you can run all the cooldown and you don't even have to worry about this command skeleton very much, because you can just give up so much damage since T16 difficulty is so low for this build. So this is actually going to be one of probably the best Necromancer T16 farming builds. If you want to check out more of the Pestilence Necro for Season 25, you can go read the Maxroll guide on it. It's not updated for Season 25 yet, but this is going to happen probably in a week or two. And then you can also see all the explanations with the soul shards, but the build is already there and you can take a look if you like. Personally, I think it's really cool what you can do with those soul shards. A lot of these weaker builds have really been lifted up to a pretty decent spot. Obviously, they will still stay behind some of the top builds, but this is definitely one of those that personally I quite enjoy to play, since it has these amazing visuals and it's just really fun to dash around with the permanent Land of Dead, freezing everything and blasting it. And that's already it for this video, so hope you enjoyed that one, and I'll see you guys next time.